What's up traders? So this is a live trade setup video. There is no editing in it. There is no adding or subtracting. Complete live analysis with live trade setup that I will be doing with my student. So if you are watching this now, make sure you stick till the end to see how I analyze chart, how I make my trading decision, what are the factors I consider before taking any trade, and I will show you exactly how I am putting this trade, why I am taking this trade, what are the reason behind this trade. Now if you new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, press that bell notification so that you don't miss out valuable video like this one. Okay, every day I post live analysis, educational content. This channel will change the way you trade. My name is Nizam. I'm an author at TradingView, and also I have written recently my book Forex Trading Forex Price Action Trading. You can download it. The link is below this video, completely for free. Also you can join my free Telegram channel. Also the link is below this video. Now before I begin, let me explain what are the factors, the first thing I consider when I open my chart. Guys, people will give you a lot of advice, a lot of things, but this kind of video you will find rarely available because people don't want to reveal their secret. But I love my subscribers. I want to help you as a trader, so make sure you watch till the end. But if you use any of this trading plan, any of this trade, make sure you manage your risk. It's very important as a trader. Now the first thing when I sit down on my trading desk, what I do is I go to this website called forexfactory.com. Why? Because I want to see what kind of news will be released today, tomorrow, or even in the next week. It's very important because the volatility comes, volume comes from the fundamental, and technical will give you a direction in the market. So look at this fundamental side of this. So today all the news release finish until this week, AUD USD. Now this, you see this, all this red is the high impact news. Low impact, there is a lot of news, I don't pay attention to them. I only look at the high impact news. So there is, red, pardon me, who is texting me. I will just silence my mobile because I want to pay attention to you. So this is high impact news release, and you see this one is the next week, Monday, 7:30 p.m. Sydney time. This news will be released. Monday means like the Sydney time Monday. In your zone could be Sunday or whenever. So it is now 8 p.m. in Sydney time. After 45 minutes there will be a 4-hourly candle close. Now guys, let's start. So this is a short list that I made before I starting the broadcast. So the reason I pick this short list is because, as I told you, the fundamental and these pairs could give us a trading opportunity. So let's go one by one and we'll do a quick analysis, as well as I will show you how we can do a trade setup. Now let's see. First, let's start with EURAUD. Now I picked EURAUD because EURAUD going to be very, very volatile because of the next week. Early, as I told you, Euro news release. Today AUD news release is done. So this is going to be a quick volatile pair. Let's first do the analysis as usual. So we have fundamental that coming up. Let's see how the technical is showing on EURAUD. And what I do normally when I see a pair could give us a trading opportunity, the first thing I do, I go to the monthly time frame first of all to see a bigger picture. Now monthly EURAUD is bearish. Now I know for a long time it's bearish, so I didn't take time, but let me explain. If you don't know from long time that it is a bearish or bullish, what you do is basically you will be doing a market structure analysis. Look, market structure is very, very important to understand. So the only way you can define a market is in an uptrend, downtrend, or sideways from the market structure. So let's see this market structure. Okay, now this is a market structure. One thing, guys, my screen setup actually changed my screen setup. I think some of my fellow subscriber told me to go back to my old screen setup, so let me do it now. I actually forgot it. Let me do it now quickly. Why it's not working? Okay, perhaps okay, leave it like that for now. We'll do it later in the next video. So first of all, EURAUD. Now EURAUD, what is, as I told you, that market structure is bearish. You see this is a bearish market structure. When you see the price is creating series of lower high and lower low, is a bearish market structure. Now monthly time frame, what you see that EURAUD basically has created a bearish market structure starting from this is the time I think there is a pandemic big move to the upside and a straight move to the downside, and that were basically this trend line, historical trend line, was broken. Now after this trend line break, we see a big move to the downside, a retracement and move. Now we see, you know, the price is creating something like that. So let me show you now this part of this game. Now you know that it's a game. So what you see that there is this is the impulse, and then we see a consolidation like this. Okay, so from here finally maybe we'll be seeing a break to the downside. Now this current month, what do you see that this is a long wick candle on the monthly, now rejecting to the downside. Okay, now from here we can expect EURAUD to fall back to this level of support again. Why? Because as you see that, you see there is nothing here on the way. There's a green candle and a red candle, so we don't see any level of support to bounce from. When the price find a support or resistance, they bounce or, you know, break through. But because there is, see, after a long time I see this setting tab came. Anyway, let's change it. Okay, now let me change the grid, transparent fully, this one transparent fully. Okay, let's go back to the old settings. Okay, this is my old settings. I love that, but I tried to change to see how it works, but better let's stay with this. So after this support, now what you see that the price is likely to drop. Okay, even we might see that EURAUD may be falling to this monthly trend line. So there is a high probability of dropping on the monthly. Let's see on the weekly time frame as well. We see a weekly drop as well. You see the price after the previous week's drop. I think in my weekly forex forecast as well I mentioned it. We see another drop. Okay, that's a big drop. Now we can see that EURAUD finally dropping to the downside this week or maybe next week. Finally we could see this price is moving to this level of support. Daily aligning, let's see. Now daily also aligning, as you can see that after this move to the upside, it moved vertically to the upside. This is normally a reversal pattern. See, when you see a move up and then move down is mostly a reversal pattern, and then we see consolidation and then again break to the downside. So this is the upside move, downside move, consolidation, and we see another break to the downside. So EURAUD, we can expect it to fall back to this level of support. So there is a gap to fill. Okay, there is a gap to fill, and see on the 4 hour how we can find a trading opportunity. Now this is, see, after 37 minutes, hopefully this video will be over, this live trade setup, and I will tell you how I'm trading on this one. Now this candle is likely to be closing as a bearish candle. Now if this one closes as a bearish, so what I will be doing with our student is I will be putting an entry pending order here along this zone based on how this candle is closing, keeping my stop loss above all this high, and I will target at least 1 to 2 on this one. Okay, so this is the EURAUD plan. As I explained why I am taking this trade, fundamental, technical, all this gone. So hopefully you found value in it. Now EURAUD normally following EURAUD. as both correlated. So we'll not do anything in Euro and NZD because I have already decided to take a trade on Euro AUD, so I will just remove it from the watch list for now. Let's see British Pound NZD. Now let's see what kind of, now look at this one here. Now first of all, as usual, see on the monthly British Pound NZD how it is creating price action. Now one thing we need to very important to realize that first of all, overall, you know, it's a bearish market if you see a very big picture, but segmenting, if you segment it, it's a historically downtrend, but not recently. This is a monthly chart, but what you see back to back couple of months is pulling to the upside, pushing to the upside, not pulling, pushing to the upside. So but this current month, you see almost 20 days have been passed, the buyers not finding any, you know, energy anymore. It's look like they are exhausted because back to back couple of months push. So we could see potentially a drop for this one. Now where we can see if it drops, let's see Fibonacci. It's one of the important tool that you can say. So to use the Fibonacci, what you will do, take your Fibonacci from here, place it at the starting of the move and end of the move. So we can say that let's align this 38.2 Fibonacci with this level of support. Why? You see that there is a level of support here. Okay, it can act as a level of support. So on the monthly, this month we can expect a drop as this market already overextended, guys. Now let's see on the weekly how we can, you know, relate this this analysis. Now on the weekly, back to back after this dodgy 3 weeks, we see a drop. Now every week it's creating series of lower high and lower low, and as if there is a big gap to fill, we can say that this week as well the price is likely to drop. So far from the analysis, you can see this is a strong resistance zone. Daily as well, what is creating on the daily. Now on the daily, now in my analysis I mentioned quite a few times GBPNZD is likely to reverse from here. Now what you see, it has created a possible head and shoulder, not possible, it's a head and shoulder pattern, visible head and shoulder. Now after this head and shoulder, we might see slowly this one dropping and then testing as a support here, resistance here, this support, and then we'll drop here as well. That's what the plan is. You know, the trading is all about probability. Anytime this could continue its trend, no one knows. So just this is how it works, but when we make a big one. That's what we do with our student. Now see on the, now this is where I will make my trading decision. As you can see that this candle close is coming very near. Now this, if this candle closes something like this, you see this is now going to be a hanging man. Now it may not close like that, but if it close something like this one here, something like that, then I will be considering going short, because this is a good trade to take. Because as you see that after it is on the 4 hour, it's a clearly visible head and shoulder here. So you see there is a head and shoulder, and when you see head and shoulder like this, you can say that it's a reversal because it's on the top on the resistance. So when you see a reverse, it's thunder. I sometimes fear thunder, don't worry. Sometimes it happens. When we are kids, thunder always, you know, make us fear. I'm just joking. If you fear thunder, you know what I used to do when it was thunderstorm? I used to hide myself under the bed. I still remember, it's so funny. Anyway, it's thunder, so I remember my childhood. So forget about childhood now, think about adulthood and about trading. So there is a, you know, a head and shoulder. So when there is a head and shoulder and then break to the downside, look at this. This is the most important thing you need to understand, guys. People, you know, a lot of gurus I saw, you know, posting live analysis, live videos, they are telling all the time stories, all the shits, but I want to give the real value, guys, because you are giving me real value, subscribing to my channel, liking my channel, and I have a lot of students every day coming up to my platform to learn my strategies, to trade with me. I really appreciate that. I really want to help you to become as a trader. This is my identity. I'm a trader. I want more people to be trader, and that's my goal. Okay, my Forex Trading Wizard Academy is one of the fastest growing academy in the world now. Every day hundreds of students knocking me, but to be honest, sometimes I don't accept some students. I'm sorry about that, because the first thing, I want a student to be willing to accept the risk management. I'm not a gambler, and I don't allow gambling. Okay, I want to make trader. Okay, so that's my goal is. So look at this one here. This is the head and shoulder, and in this head and shoulder, so whenever you see a head and shoulder like this, okay, you can expect this head and shoulder to test this support as a resistance, guys, before moving any further down. So this is GBPNZD has done it already, right? Here, look at this one. This is the support here, neckline of this head and shoulder. So let's draw this head and shoulder here. This is the head and shoulder neckline, tested with this candle as a resistance, and then we see break to the downside. Okay, so this is likely to continue. When you see head and shoulder reversal, we can see a continuation. Now if GBPNZD closes as a hanging man like that, the next one is likely to come down, come up here, somewhere here, and then hopefully will drop. I'm saying hopefully, no one guarantee. Okay, but when I will go, I will do my best. I'll take my whole lot. I take a lot. Sometimes I take 10 times, 5 times. That's the minimum. 5 times I take. That's the real traders trading strategy. Okay, you have to take the big one. When you are losing, you have to be the miser, the most difficult person in the world who you can't, no one can take money from you. When you are taking, you'll like a dinosaur. You have to eat whatever you can. That's how trader. Okay, you have to be brave, and you have to overcome your fear. So this is where it is like this hanging man. Okay, if this one closes, then we'll be doing going short from here. Now I will put an entry just below this 2 candle close pending order, keeping my stop loss above this wick of this green candle, and I will target at least 1 to 2 in the first or more. Now you might say, just now I said that I will take 5 times, I will target 1 to 2. I keep 3-4 profit target. Okay, based on I just keep 1 to 2 just to see how the market works, but I move my profit target most of the time to take the biggest advantage possible. And what I do, say for example, I have 2 trade euro. One I close with 1 to 2, another one I keep going like wildly. So there is a lot of risk management technique you need to understand to become a profitable trader. So this is the GBPNZD trade. So we got Euro AUD covered, GBPNZD. Now NZD CAD, because I'll never repeat the same currency pair. So NZD CAD is likely to go up. Let's remove NZD CAD from the watch list. Let's see USDZAR. Now many of my African friends, even from all around the world, loves USDZAR. I also love USDZAR. Now USDZAR, it came my analysis true. As you know, that who are following me, you saw that how I mentioned in my analysis that USDZAR is likely to drop, and this is dropping. Now this is the level where we can expect USDZAR to drop. This is monthly chart, as I'm telling you, monthly. Now on this monthly, you see back to back 3 months created a trend line and drop to the downside. So we can expect this USDZAR to drop further, because as you can see that this is a very, very important level of resistance here in the past historically, and from that resistance we see a bounce. So in this bounce, we can say that USDZAR to drop to this level. Why I'm thinking that USDZAR is likely to drop on the monthly to this level of support, because you see there is a doji here. When you see doji like this, you can expect this price to come down here to test this before making any move to any direction. So USDZAR is likely to drop, so we can expect, as there is an inverted head and shoulder, maybe from here we might see another push to the upside. So on the monthly we have a move to take. Going back down to weekly time frame. Now on the weekly, you see that this green candle, there is a strong level of support is already broken, though this candle is still have 1.5 days to go, but the pattern looks like that this support is broken. So support is if this support is broken, this candle closes below, there is a high probability that USDZAR is dropping to this level of support next. Daily, what kind of price action we have now on the daily? Back to back, you see that one doji, two doji, every time the doji is creating series of lower high. Now one important thing you need to realize on USDZAR, see a couple of false breakout to the upside, false breakout of this level of resistance, grab the liquidity, close back below, again try to push the price high buyers. Now strongly broke to the downside, broke this level of support, tested as resistance, and now we see finally move. So it is going according to the law of trading: break, retest, and also we see a head and shoulder. You see on the daily there is a visible head and shoulder. Now this head and shoulder is formed in this level of resistance. So there is a head and shoulder, and also, as I mentioned before in the previous analysis, when you see a head and shoulder, you can expect this neckline to be tested as a resistance, and this done completely. The law or the formula is working accordingly, and from here we might see a drop to the downside, and that's what happening. Now as you can see that this is the daily chart. Let's see 4 hour how we can finding trading opportunity. Now as I mentioned, if after 25 minutes time is going very fast, if this candle is closing this way, then I will be going short from here. I will put a pending order here, just half week of this doji. Now the strategy I am using, my students knows, I teach them my strategies. Now I'm telling you how I'm trading, but I can't share you full strategy. I'm sorry about that, because those who are paying to me to learn this strategy, I need to keep it for them. But I'm showing you how I'm trading, and definitely you can resonate with your strategy. If you have any private question, you can ask me. I will try to answer straight away. Now there's the doji here, and I will keep my stop loss above this high, because this is the long week candle, and also there is a 20 period moving average, and I will target the big one on this one at least to this level. So which could be, let's see how much risk to reward we might get on this one. Keeping my stop loss, putting it here for safety because it's an exotic pair. So I will target at least 1 to 4 or 5 risks to reward on this one for this move to the downside. So USD ZAR gone. Now the remaining is USD CNHS and GBP USD. As we have already decided to take GBPNZD, I'll remove GBP USD from the list. I don't want to repeat the same currency pair. Now let's see gold, how it is doing. Now gold is crazy, as you know that it's fully crazy now. Monthly is pushing to the upside, breaking all the level of resistance, and who knows, we might see gold is pushing to this level. We might see gold is coming to this level. So at this point there is a monthly resistance coming up. Let's see. Now it is bullish. Okay, we can't think of any kind of bearish move. It's already bullish until it shows clear reversal pattern. So monthly bullish, as I was mentioning in quite a few of my analysis, that gold is going to be bullish. Now you see that every month the price was creating series of higher low, so that is a sign of bullish momentum, and that's what gold has done with this only one, this green candle is broke the previous month's low. Basically this is the liquidity grabbing opportunity for gold, and that's why we see now a big move. So we might see even to this resistance, who knows, but we see aggressive move on gold. Now let's see weekly what kind of opportunity we have. Okay, let's see weekly also pushing high. Now this week we could see gold is hitting 1910 or more, or even 1920 level, because it has already broken this trend line and tested, tested this support here as resistance, and we see push. You can see this retest on the lower time frame. I'll show you daily time frame. Okay, on the daily we have a very important clue to see there is a gap opening here. So when there was a gap opening, I know that this is going to go up, because that's what happened when you see trend line is broken with a gap opening, retest, highly likely that it will push, and that's what it is doing. So today let's see on the 4 hour, now see how it is doing. Now the market is basically very overextended. Now buying from here is not a good idea at all. So what we will be doing is, if gold is managed to do a couple of dodges here with a higher low, okay, today or tomorrow, then I will be going long. Right now I will be just observing, because after this big candle we might see push to the downside, or maybe another one up to the upside. I don't know what will happen, but if I see the couple of dodges, okay, like this, couple of dodges with a higher low, small dodges like this one here, see, like this one here, this is my favorite pattern to trade. So like this one here, if I see couple of dodges creating a series of higher low, at least 2 dodges, or at least 2 dodges, green or red, then I will consider going long with the gold, keeping a tight stop loss with at least 2 to 3 risk to reward. Let's see, this is the gold situation, that's what we need to wait for. Let's see how this instrument is doing in the future. So the next one is USD-CNHs. Let's see how this pair is moving. Now USD-CNHs, already we see that monthly time frame how it is doing. Now see USD-CNHs currently, when I started my chart, I saw a trade on the 4 hour, but looks like it may not give us a trading opportunity, because you see this, what I thought is USD-CNHs will create a candle here as a as a hanging man, but we see that it is breaking to the upside. So if it breaks upside, then I'm not gonna trade it now. Sometimes you need to be like that. When your criteria is not fulfilling, you need to let it go. That's what trading is. That's what the successful trader does. They do not compromise with their strategies. Now look, in what situation I will be trading if USD-CNHs close below this wick with a smaller green body, not like a big green body, like a doji in the next 20 minutes. If it retrace back and create as a doji, stay within this limit, then I will be going short. Otherwise I will just stay in the sideline, because as you see that this instrument also in a very important level of support here. You see there is a long-term support here, though this is a long established downtrending market, but here what we see that USD-CNHs failed to create a lower low, so we could see even a reversal from here. So we will not trade it until we see a lower high. But what we are seeing now, a bit push to the upside, we might see a reversal, or even maybe retracing to this level and then moving to the downside. I will be waiting to see how this pair is doing. Now these are the trade setup. So we have already so far seen EURAUD, GBPNZD and USDZAR, 3 very good trade setup. You don't need to take a lot of trade. Find the right trade, find the best one, take it, forget it, sleep, and make money. That's how trading is. Don't sit down with you on your desk all day long, then you'll mess up. Because when we sit, we feel bored, we feel like taking more trade. That's what I do. I set up my trade, manage my risk, and then forget it. Okay, if you like my analysis, then give a thumbs up, and also you can visit my website. The link is below this video. There's a lot of free stuff in it for you to help you in your trading. You can check out my strategies. You can see how I'm presenting my strategy. Go to my website, see if you find value in it. Thank you for watching. See you soon in another one.